Welcome to Archangel, Revelations, and Prophecy 444. I am Get, your host. I want to start off this natal chart reading. This is for a person who requested the entire full life purpose analysis. We're at the final part of her request, which is a natal chart. I want to start off with a praise report. First, I want to thank everybody. Thank everybody that's been working with me because a lot of times I go into my little rants and stuff, but you got to remember one thing: I'm intuitive. Recently a gentleman died. He was known for playing the piano, and he used to give prophecies while he was playing the piano. And he recently died, and a lot of his prophecies came true. So we never want to underestimate the spirit realm or those called by the spirit realm to speak. Because I know I went into a rant on a recent video, and this woman is truly amazing. That video is out here. I just did it like yesterday, so you can find it easy. It's out here on the channel. And you know, my earthly side or whatever was like, don't talk about your history or where she was born. But that's one of my most highest points in my life, was in her location where she was born. So I didn't talk about it for a while, but I just felt like I had to. But I wanted to make sure I got the information out, just like I'm gonna do now. This is the intro, and then I'm gonna go right into it, because you know some people don't want to hear it, but you don't understand, and it is an information being given. And when you realize that this is bigger than you and it's bigger than me, because it's a whole lot of people listening that are being encouraged too. You got to remember, you're helping. That's why I do it this way, because you're actually getting blessed. And your identity safe, everything's safe, but you're being blessed because you're giving. And that's how you receive. I keep telling these people, the stingy ones and all that, you're not going to get nothing. You're talking about you want your twin and you want a better life. You don't give nothing back. How do you think the universe is going to bless you? Like I said, as soon as I saw, oh, I got a little money, boom, 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 I just started giving it away. People have been praying for me, hit them up, children, animals, you name it. It's like, yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. I'm happy. All right, but anyway. So I just started talking about the bridge and blah blah blah, how much important it was, and I was talking about the bridge and blah blah blah, because it was, I knew it was a metaphysical reason why that whole thing happened. Because I met, like, this woman was like a soulmate, and it was just a quick meeting for different reasons, which is I don't want to talk about this in the past. But it could have been like a soulmate situation, and we really treated each other very well. But we met like this, and it was over. Because I didn't, like, I don't want to get into it, but I just wanted to leave that whole lifestyle at just the hood and everything. I just was tired of being like that. But she was still a soulmate, one of my best states, and one of the best people I ever met as far as how we responded to each other. It was truly beautiful. Even in the process, I said, oh, I wish somebody would say this in the process, and she said it. And she didn't know it. She didn't know that that's what I was thinking, but she did it. So that's still soulmate stuff. Not necessarily your twin flame, but that's soulmate stuff. Not your twin soul or soulmate, but it's twin. But she did have the same name, basically. But both start with R or O. But I keep trying to tell you, we're all connected. So anyway, I just got an email from that person I did that reading for, and she's like, "Oh, thank you. The bridge. You're right." And she was like, "It made so much sense to me." So I'm glad I said it. I could have just followed, oh, keep the video short. Nobody wants to hear it. Oh, people are complaining. No, this is intuition. So in this video, I'm going to try to go right through. But again, if I see it, don't worry. Nobody has to worry. I would never do a natal chart rushed. And I turn down people. You don't understand how much money I turn down. Because they try to control the situation, or they're talking crazy. Oh, I'm going to die. Somebody told me I'm going to die. I need you to look in it. I said, you ain't dying. Who told you that? That's the first thing. We got to get that clear. You're going to have to, and they get mad. No, don't you tell me. Okay, well, we don't have to do business. Because I'm not doing anything where somebody's dying. Okay? I rebuke devils and demons, because they're the only ones talking about people dying and stuff. Now, if you got some prophecy where some person of light told you that, then maybe I will look into it. But if you're telling me somebody's in your backyard or somebody's coming to get you, I'm going to tell you you're being lied to and you're being deceived. And that's to help you. You're coming to me like, I'm gifted. I've been fighting darkness for decades. I'm still here, still smiling. You know how many times they try to smack the smile off my face? Can't do it. When my father used to beat the crap out of me, I would look in the mirror afterwards and start cracking jokes. Why? Because I knew he was going to get it sooner or later. Because God don't like ugly. And number two, he's not going to break me. He's not going to break me. My psychotic mom's not going to break me. My crazy sister's not going to break me. Guys in the hood couldn't break me. And I'm not bragging about me. I'm bragging about what I believe. I believe in God. If there was no God, we would all be in Satan's jailhouses. We would all be Satan's slaves. There's a God, which is why no matter who they call themselves, they can only go so far. But now let's get into the chart. Let's get into the chart because, like I said, I want to go right in. But I had to make sure everybody knows. Let a person called by God in the area of intuition, let that person be that person, and it'll benefit you. And you're always being blessed because by you being patient, you're being blessed. By you allowing your natal chart to be shared with other people. And of course, they don't know who you are, which is good. They don't know any of your business, which is good. But you still share it. You're being blessed because you're sharing. I know what I'm doing. I'm a pastor by nature. And that's what pastors like. Look, like the school teacher wants to get all the kids together and everyone take pictures of it. Everybody's happy. A pastor wants to see everybody happy. Like, we don't have to take this nonsense, this third dimensional demonized nonsense. We don't have to take it. We have the power of God. However you perceive God. I'm not saying, hey, let's flock together. Let's get a cult going. That's not what I'm saying. You're missing the whole point of me being out here. I'm saying you be your own temple. You be your own connection to God. You grow. Nobody wants to lead you. Nobody's trying to take anything from you. None of that. I'm trying to wake you up. That's all. And everything you need is inside of you. Otherwise, like, why would God send you here? Send you on this horrible, terrible planet. So you're not a victim. As much as you may have been victimized, you're still not a victim. You're only a victim when you say, I'm a victim. Like I said, you never heard me say that. Somebody smacks me, F them. Who cares? You didn't win. Even if they did win, they could have beat the shit out of it. Who cares? I'm still standing. I'm still going to be talking crap because I don't believe it. So if you get anything from this video, it's strange. Now I want to say to this person, I have to address that because she sent me a very beautiful email. Now, everybody has to understand, I care for everybody. Even this idiot is out here disliking every video. I made a video about him in my new video, thank you. And I have another video. That video was called Thank You. I talk about this disliker. He's a psychopath. And then I talked about natal charts. The correct way to interpret a natal chart. Because people are talking crazy. So we got that straight. So nobody will come up to me. Hey, how come this? I checked it. And this one says second house. And this one says third house. But you said second house. Because they're in the same house. And I already explained it. So I won't explain it again. The video's right there. Just made it. But this person sent me a wonderful letter. Now, my job, like, and this is going to sound corny, but when you watch the old-time movies, the hero would come and the hero would save people. And they would go, where did that hero go? Like, as soon as the job was done, he was out. Because he had to go save more people. And they were like, where did the hero go? Well, those were my role models, okay? Those were my role models. So, I'm glad everybody's helped. And if you need to contact me, I'm here. But I'm always going to tell you the truth. You know, if I got people ahead of you, I can't just blow them off. And I try to get to a point where I give everybody a little bit. And I now got a new system where I'm asking people, if you want your natal chart sooner, if it's just a natal chart, then let me just do your natal chart verbally and get you your written report maybe in a week or so. And some people say that's a good idea because they want the information. Because I know some people are contacting me with a sense of urgency. And I have to tell them if it's a sense of urgency, I really can't help you because it's unfair. Like if somebody says to me, oh, I have a quick question. Okay, you might have a quick question, but there's people ahead of you. And these people are investing. I can't just... quick question. I used to have a friend who was always asking for favors. Now he's not in my life no more because those type of people, they're leeches. They want to suck. And then if they can't suck, then they don't want to be. So that, you know, he left not because I wanted him to go, but he just couldn't get what he was trying to get before, which was free stuff all the time. So the point I'm trying to make is, so I'm thankful for your letters. And I'm a very simplistic person. I used to be like write a lot of long letters and stuff. And I know if you're going through a lot, but see, the power's in you. Once you realize the power's in you, I can guarantee you won't keep. See, when you're writing real long letters, it's because you're searching. And I know all this stuff is difficult, but you do have me and you do have other people. See, I did all that already. I did all that long study, long writing to make sure everything I was speaking was true. Or if I am wrong, to be man enough to come out and say I was wrong about that. So if you want to do it, you can. Because I mean, well, I want to learn myself. Okay, you want to learn yourself. And I understand that. But I've already done all that. I don't have to do it again. I'm not going to do it again. Because I want to have a life too. Believe it or not. That's what I'm asking God now. Decades of serving you, buddy. Now it's time for you to shine back. See, I'm very honest with God. Because I've been walking with him for decades. Do everything. That's my best friend. Now it's time for you to shine back. It's my Joseph moment. Okay? You kicked my ass for the last 30 or so years. How about now you give something back? And I'm talking to God. I ain't necessarily talking to people. Don't think this is personal between me and God. And see, you put me on blast, and I came through. Now it's time for you to be put on blast. And that's what the book of Job is about. If you really read the book of Job, that's what it's about. God put Job on blast. Job passed them tests. And then at Job 41, they talked about the beast, because that's the last person you're going to see. He takes you through the great tribulation. And then restoration came in Job 42, because now God was on blast, because you called this man out. You put him to the test. He proved that he was everything that he said he was. You destroyed everything. And now you owe that man. Whether you're going to admit it or not, you still owe that man. And he knew it, because in Job 42, he blessed that man with everything. But that was from all that suffering. Joseph went through a whole lot of suffering. I've been through a whole lot of suffering. So now we're at the point of my goal is to make sure that when that natal chart comes out, it's so easy for you to understand. Or if you got the writing, so easy for you to look at that written report that you do have a starting point. But now some people just don't. Well, I'd rather talk to you. Okay. But that's business as well. We can do it that way, but still there's a waiting list. Because there's other people. See, my goal is you just got everything you need. It's like your doctor said, well, you know, I've dealt with hundreds of patients. I x-rayed you. Take this medication and see what happens. And, you know, call me in the morning or some crap like that. But you're still going, well, doctor, I know the medication, but I still need. That person wants to talk. Like, you got to learn how to stand on your own. And I'm not talking about this person particularly. Don't get me wrong. I'm not talking about this person in this video that requested this video. I'm talking about all people. My goal is to make sure you have the best product to start to work on. Now, if you need further assistance, of course, but I have to make sure that everybody that's requesting something is getting something. And everything has to be done by schedules and stuff like that. That's the only way. That's called good business. That's the way God would have me do it. Because you do have, first off, you have it inside of you. And the only reason why you don't understand it because you've been told over and over again that you don't have the power. Somebody else does. Your Reverend has it, or Dr. Phil has it, or Oprah. But the power is in you to make a decision. Even if it's with your kid. Sometimes it's just a matter of actually being a parent and stop trying to be their best friend. It's like little stuff we can do that'll change our whole world and be better for the kids. Because I had one woman where her daughter told her, oh, I'm going to die on this day. And the mother, instead of mother sitting her down and saying, what are you talking about? Don't ever say that again. Okay, let us get to the bottom of this. The mother's running around crazy, getting upset with me. And I'm trying to help. But that's because you're not in control. You should never you're the mother. Soon as somebody says that to me, oh, I'm going to die on this day. Who are you, Tupac? Who told you that? That's the first thing I'm going to say. Let's look into it. All right. So again, the natal charts, I understand. I appreciate it. But I said how I look at it, because I have some people, and some of these people are friends of mine. And this twin flame thing is funny because some women will be very into it and very loyal to the whole ideal of twin flame union. But then it doesn't come around as fast as they want it to. So they'll tell me to do a twin flame analysis, which I will. And they change their mind because they're hurt. I understand why. They change their mind as to say, I can tell they don't have the interest right now. Which that'll change again. I can get in a little bit of time. They'll go back to when they have the interest. So at least they'll have the chart when they need it. But I don't even get offended. But the main thing is, like I said, this is what the archangels told me, and it's true. I'm appreciated by, if you request a service, whatever the service is, respect that request. That's how I'm appreciated. You know, anything like that, that's how I'm appreciated. And I have a lot of people to do way more than that. That's how I'm appreciated. Therefore, if you get busy or you forget or whatever the case might be, I don't feel like, wow, I just spent 6 hours on this person's chart and they didn't even follow up and say thank you or nothing. I don't care. Just make sure, because I know I did the best I could do. And if you had any issues, I'm still here. I'm not running nowhere. But if you got your chart and you, just like if you go to the food station, you know, it's just common to say thank you. But I mean, if you went to the food store and you paid for your food and the person didn't say thank you, you might get, some of you would get upset. Some people might say, I could care less. As long as my food is in my bag, I'm good. So I just do business. That way, don't get caught up in the feelings. And I'm sure it's not personal. I don't take anything personal. Plus, like I know people are stressing. I understand that. So I appreciate all the letters and I do read them as much as I can read them. But my main agenda when I come out here is to make sure I can get as much people as possible. And that's to help. You gotta understand what I'm saying. Because if it was just to get money, I'm sure I could come up with an even faster way to do that. It's not. It's to help to make sure they have a natal chart if I can. Definitely they have it on the video. And the only reason why I can't do the chart as much for some people, I've already talked to them and they said it's okay. I told them give me a week because it takes so long to write all that stuff down. And then I'm holding up everybody else. So I'm trying to figure out ways to just get to everybody. But just so anybody that's hearing this video, there's a lot of people that have come to me that I have turned down for the reasons I said. So it's not money. And some of these people are paying more than any other ones. It's not a money thing. Not at all. I'm trying to help people. But as the archangels say, for over 30 years. And I don't, because I used to hate when old people said, 40 years ago, 40 years. Like, oh, shut up. Shut up, nobody cares. So I hate it too. But the point I'm trying to make is archangels have told me, you gave for all those years and you never got back. You never asked for nothing. They said that's bad karma. And I thought I was doing the right thing. And I was like, what? And they were the ones that taught me. And that's the best advice anybody gave me as far as business is concerned. And it really affected my life and changed my life. So that's all I'm trying to do. Love you. I'm doing my best for you. That's all you really need to know is that chart you get is the best I can do. And if you have an issue, I'm still here. But don't think that I don't have to know everything because I have to have my life too. And that's for anybody listening. No disrespect, but realize what I'm telling you. I can get the email, I can look it over kind of quick or whatever, but I know we're all struggling. We're all going through something. So realize that. You got to pick up your share. Then you had a natal chart. You can start doing your horoscope, and you can do what you want. Now, if you still need further assistance, then we would have to schedule whatever that is. Some people do ask for phone consultations, whatever that is, but we have to schedule for a time that's good for me and you. And again, everything's going to be business because that's just the way to do stuff like this. Because you can't have people emailing you. Oh, quick question. I'm going through this tragedy and I know, okay, but there's a whole lot of people ahead of you. So it can't be a quick question. And it's no way, if it's that serious, how can one you say one question, a quick question, that's one question. Then how's my answer going to make that much of a difference? One answer is going to solve your problem that you've had for like 10, 15 years. So, again, out of respect to this person, I'm going to make this a different video. And then when we come back, we'll go definitely into her video. Thank you. God bless.